Good evening, darlings. I have literally just come very fast to look at what's gone on in Maryland and to just throw the story together quickly because I'm in the middle of doing readings and since I spoke to you on Sunday, I've had two natal readings and I've managed to do my feedback, and I've got the pictures and I've got one more to upload, but that was all day Monday and today, and I need to get those readings sent off so that I can do other things tomorrow. But I want to just quickly show you quite a few things I've just suddenly seen. So it's in Maryland. It's a container ship, Baal, Baltimore. It's the Baal, it's the Baal, it's the Baal-N, it's the Baal-N, it's the Baal, the Baal, and the N. It's the splash. And Baltimore today at 1:28 in the morning, and I've put this here so we can see. So we've got this bullseye on Cor Caroli, so CC 33, and this star is in the energy of Saturn and Venus, the same Saturn-Venus qualities as Astron and Coppola, which can signify great respect given to the inner. Okay. So we have Saturn. So this was the event in Russia. 133 killed. So it could, this time I've just picked up quickly from somewhere. Somebody else said 127, but it's not far off. 133. This is 33. CC, Camilla and Charles, and where the event was in a place called CC. So it went from 40 to 133, and the name of the concert hall was Crocus City, CC. I was telling you where I am. They've just had on the news the cowboy joint where I live, which is CC as well. So here we've got Cor Caroli, and we've got, this is the bridge from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. For the moment we're on the spring equinox. We had exactly in 2016, the summer solstice that I've been telling you about, the same cargo ship. So a container smashed in America on Tuesday. The accident sent several vehicles. So we've got the FRANCE Scott. I'll come to that in a second. Right, the ship that hit Baltimore Bridge, so we got BB Catch 22, also hit a dock in 2016 in Antwerp, Belgium. So the very same ship did the same thing on the summer solstice, which is Prince William's birthday, and CC, the concert hall, 133 killed, and now the bridge has fallen. As I've put the time, the place, and then I push that bullseye button, and I get, as you see above now, Lars does this and has explained to me why, but my brain, I'm just out of, I've just done 2 4-hour readings and did the same thing on, so I give so much out to my clients that I can't just suddenly jump onto these things, but I'm doing it. So Mars was right on that bullseye, right on Fomalhaut. Mars, I show you the charts. So Maryland is, of course, Maryland is Mary. There's Mary. Got the moon conjunct to the south node. This is the bridge collapse. So for the eclipse, the south node was not completely conjunct. It was a partial lunar eclipse. So now to double this up, we've got the moon conjunct to the south node, Mary, the lamb. And the lamb we have got next to the sun, the key, CHIRON. And we have got Mercury, the ruler of the Virgin Mary, at 29 degrees of Pisces. That is the last degree, the most powerful. And now Mercury is going to go retrograde back over Pisces. So is Mercury actually going to... There's Mercury. So Mercury's in the triumph, in the V for victory. And Mercury is going to... There, he's going to go stationary on the 3-3. So this is all the 3-3, the CC again. Then he's going to go backwards. We're going to have 42. That will be a big date. 4-2, the age of William and Kate. And then, and we're not going to start looking at the planets now because this is just about Baltimore, a few important points. And then we're going to have Mercury go exactly back to that 29th degree. And for the eclipse, Mercury is going to be blinded by the sun on that new moon. We're going to have the new moon. We're going to have Mercury, the sun and the moon, and Venus right on the whale's tail. So this bridge, this gap between this spring equinox and coming onto the fixed cross Aquarius, the bridge has fallen down. So on that date, we're going to have Mars and Saturn. So this event has bolded up the energy for a next event. You know, this is just building up. So it was exactly this day on the full equinox that Andromeda, so we've got on the other side, we've got the bullseye here, and we've got the other bullseye. We've got over that bird that sits on, I always think of Bagpuss, that sits on the stool. Andromeda. So we've got little Mercury right on the missing. The people are missing. They drown. That's what I'm explaining. Mercury drowning. And tanker, special forces take control of ship, October the 26th, 2024. So we're 4 years later. The Nave Andromeda arrives to port on October the 26th. So that is exactly the fall between now, March and October. Uranus is at 25 degrees. And we've got the rising of Scorpio at exactly 24:44 and Uranus. So there is this exact square to the horizon. Mars rules Scorpio, and we've got Mars right on Fomalhaut, making a square to the moon, to Mary, the land of Mary, the land of the fertility. And look at the jumper that Kate wore. I said she was wearing more than one. Yeah, so GPS interference. I mustn't jump around. That's Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius, all facing little Mary, the GPS. Where is my... So we've got Gemini, GPS, and on the same day we've got, oh yeah, and this is the blue and white stripe. So there's Kate. She wore the Breton. The Breton. She wore the French chic again in the Breton jumper. She wore for that. So this is the pirates. This is the marine. The first iteration of Breton from Brittany. Sweaters were designed with tightly knit local wool to protect fishermen from biting winds and water. The second skin eventually evolved into a striped shirt, with sailors sporting the look since the start of the 19th century. So you've got that, you know, this is the Asterix, this is the Celtics, this is the pagans, this is the Druids, this is the lunar energy of Mary opposite the marine. So Mercury on the last degree of Pisces, the 29th degree, is the most powerful, the key. And I said it was all between Jupiter and Aquarius. This is the gap to get from the spring equinox on Pisces, and Aquarius should eventually come onto the spring equinox, which we know is the true north. It's the true new year that should begin here, and Leo will take the place of Virgo, and then we will have Sybil. This is Sybil. This is the story of Bel and Attis. So this is all the story of Kate that is playing there. So you've got Aquarius, Saturn and Venus. So that's exactly what we've got. We've got Saturn and Venus conjunct, and Mars is going to be conjunct for the next eclipse on the 8th, on the 84. So the story, I wrote all this in my newsletter after doing the video the other day. I spent until 1 o'clock in the morning and I did the newsletter. So where is that? Sybil. Okay, accept all. Beloveds rejected him. Zeus wouldn't take no for an answer. While his victim slept, the great philanderers spilled his seed on her. In due course, Sybil gave birth to Agdistis, a hermaphroditic demon, so Rosemary's baby, so strong and wild that the other gods feared him. In their terror, they cut off his male sexual organ. From its blood sprang an almond tree. This castration-birth connection is also seen in one version of the story of the birth of Aphrodite, of Venus. So Venus it's the bridge, it's the jump. Venus is in Aquarius, and she's going to move now into Pisces. We've got this jump where she will be exalted. So the most, important thing is that it's today that we have the true South Node conjunct to the moon. At that moment, 1 o'clock this morning, Mercury beginning to go retrograde, the key bridge. And then we've got Francis Scott. So the Francis Scott Key Bridge was a steel arch continuous through Truss Bridge spanning the lower Papasco River and outer Baltimore Harbor, port carrying Maryland Route 695. So we've got 69 and the 5. And I've got more about, yeah, here we go. So look, he was born on the September, the fall equinox, and he died on December the 21st. So we've got that corner. And now Baltimore is north, it's northwest, exactly what we've got. We've got the true third eye, Mars on the true third eye, and we've got Jupiter and Uranus exactly a 90-degree angle west. The longitude, latitudes, so this is the other angle. This Scott Fitzgerald, he's born in September, he dies in December. That's the fall to Christmas. And we've now got spring to the summer solstice. So fall, the two corners. The bridge was built in 1977. you know, this is all stuff I've just looked at in 5 minutes, so I'm obviously going to see a lot more, but I'm kind of prepping myself for the kind of information, you know, this, so 1896, I always say to you, that was, so my great grandmother, she has that picture of her as the May Queen, the Maypole Queen in 1866. So it's the same thing, 9-6. Rosemary's Baby, Pluto and Virgo generation was 1968 and ended in 1986. It's always the same thing. These flip, it's always that number. So St. Paul, born in St. Paul, Paul, Sagittarius, December, Sagittarius, GPS. So we've got Virgo is now the leg, is the hidden leg, is the new hidden leg. Virgo's the new hidden leg. We've got GPS, and Virgo is going to be falling under the horizon. No, she's coming above the horizon. The new hidden leg is going to be the P. And I have GVS. GVS. I wonder if that SVG. So look, I'm just playing around with these ideas, but you'll pick it up. Rising Scorpio, an exact between 25 and 2444 angle here, and Pluto making a square to that Mercury, Mars making a square to the moon, and this big opposition from Mercury, everybody, to this Virgo moon. I mean, she's under full attack. We've got a finger of God, a yod pointing to the moon, working between Venus and Uranus and Jupiter. So Saturn and Venus, wow. Saturn and Venus, well, Saturn and Venus working between Uranus and Jupiter to make that finger of God on Algol and on the true third eye. Well, Mars is absolutely on the true third eye, but we've got, so between Algol and Fomalhaut, the philosopher's stone, and the stone the philosophers rejected, to the fertility, the war for the fertility of Maryland, on this boat that also hit a dock in 2016. So it's a little bit like Pearl Harbor at the beginning of World War II as well. There was, it's like, you know, a major attack, the sinking. This is the splash. We've got that whale. So the angle, we've got Baltimore is really on the whale, on the tail, which is going to, you know, bring force to that. X marks the spot for this eclipse coming up. It's a real splash of that whale. It's 39,369, and we just saw, and so it's northwest. Oh my God. No, it's 3976. So 76, we've had non-stop. We've had all these actors dying at 76. 7, 6, 6 is 31. So that's the day that Mercury's going retrograde. He'll be stationary on 33. And then this is, you know, this is all on the side of Louis to bring up. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, that's 13. That's 31, 13. That is 13 with 39. The end of the wheel, 39 or 36, and 76, bringing up the opposite angle to St. Louis, bringing up this god that kills Scorpio. Scorpio, the Mars, the ruler of Scorpio. Scorpio is on that true third eye. Mars and Venus conjunct, and for the eclipse, Mars is going to be conjunct the Sun right on the whale's tail with the key and the north nodes. And Mercury, he's going to hit that last V for victory before going over that. And we've got this exact 90-degree angle between Uranus on Algol and the rising of this chart, which is a Scorpio right here, this angle right here. So between the two homes of Mars, Jupiter and Uranus in Aries, and Mars rules Scorpio. So look at that lineup. Can you imagine this sinking of the boat, the splash, the bridge, this is the arch. What is she? She is the bridge in the back of the brain. She's the medulla. This is the philosopher's stone. She is the bird. She is the bird that gives us, that makes this bridge. There's the little goblin, there's the birds. And the two sides of the bird, she is that bridge between the arc. She is the bird in the cage of the Chanel. I saw something here, something Chanel. The Chanel. The Chanel. So these two, this is my birthday today, and the sinking of this ship, of the ship in the Isle of Wight, was the birthday of my best friend, whose great-great-grandmother was Juliet Cameron. All the New Age Theosophical Society, and her cousin just passed away. It's in all the English newspapers. Raphael, the name of the messenger, the angel, 18-year-old boy, died playing rugby at Eton School on St. Patrick's Day, on the day that Prince Charles was announced dead by the Russians on the St. Patrick's. So this is Dali. This bridge is called, this boat is called Dali. Dali is a surrealist. He's a surrealist painter. I've got Dali up here somewhere as well, trying to remember everything I've just opened in seconds flats. Where's Dali? Dali. 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 Dali, the surrealist Spanish painter. So this is Dali. Dali is Dali painter. So this is very much, people going, this is Looney Tunes. This is absolute Looney Tunes. This is the axis between chaos and order. Chaos is Pisces. Order is, so, it's all surrealist. There's the Holy Grail. This is the cup of the yoni, the Holy Grail, the hourglass. This is the world completely upside down. This is where people will go crazy. Neptune enters for 15 years. This is the Moustache Club. And there you literally have Virgo and exactly what's happening right now. The eye of the tiger killing the fertility. Dream caused by the flight of a bee around a pomegranate a second before waking. So yeah, that represents again the seeds. Understand. So 2016, Dali hit Aquarius on July the 11th. That's exactly the time that I showed you Kate and William came to where I am that summer that I've been explaining for years, where in my village, the stone, the abbey, she had the problem of the abdominal, the the alpha, omega, the ab. So that's enough for now. 24 minutes, just a few things to chew over, and I'm obviously going to see a lot more. That's why I normally always wait. but that's already a lot of stuff seen, and I have too much work to focus on to come back to you. And I'm away this weekend doing a tarot course. I won't be able to come back to this for some time, so I just wanted to cover that now. Bye for now, my darlings. Bye.